say this is my little soapbox moment about schedule of rates. Typically in supply chains, or whether they be surveyors, arguably third-party adjusters, builders and so on, they probably have to juggle about 12 different schedule rates. Some schedules are 600 lines long, some span, over 8,000, and the complexity is incredible. Many of them line items never used, full of contradiction, full of jargon, not really understood. So I wanted to share some feedback from some of our suppliers around what the problem is with the different scheduler rates that they have. The problem is the variety of scheduler rates itself. They don't all read the same. The line items don't necessarily mean the same thing. Some are very basic, some are very complicated. They read in completely different ways, cover the same job, which extend in the time, the complexity, and the communication through to other parties that may be involved in that particular claim. Uplifts are different for every client. Margin then is challenging. But how do they communicate to their consumer what's happening is difficult. So I said full of contradictions and jargon, so I'd like to share a few with you. I'm 30 years in the construction sector. I'm a chartered builder. I've done a lot of construction projects. I've been 30 years repairing the UK's property and housing stock. Does anybody know in this room what sealing and skeeling is? Because I don't. Does anybody know what Zinser bin sealer is? Anybody? Oh, there was definitely a hand. Oh, there's more hands. Anybody? Stain block. Marvellous. Gina, would your mum understand Zinser bin sealing? Because I know mine wouldn't. So I think it's fair to say that we potentially or arguably overcomplicated a basic infrastructure of how we scope and cost works, and therefore to be settled, whether that be via cash, whether that be through repair settlements or own builders.